Hello everyone and welcome into today's video where we are gonna be checking out Bitcoin and Ethereum because I spotted some very interesting things going on which I think you might be interested in. So we will check out the price charts and also some news. And just before we start, I really appreciate the thumbs up because it helps the channel a lot, so thank you for doing so and let's go. So here we are on the price chart with the Bitcoin to US dollar, where we can see some kind of strange development for a bull run in my opinion. I have not made a video about Bitcoin for quite a while now, so I don't remember where we left off the last time. However, at the moment we can spot a very significant resistance over here which has not been surpassed yet, and also this very important trend line, we can say a support in the past which went all the way back to October period, and we've pretty much stick to this support down over here, but recently, well, let's say in the end of March, it has been broken and Bitcoin started to go sideways, so quite a strange behavior for a bull run. And also if we take a look at this resistance, we can see that it is quite parallel to this blue dotted line over here, which if we zoom out, we can see that the blue dashed line is the middle of this very long price channel going all the way back to April 2013. And in this price channel, the price of Bitcoin pretty much stayed for the past 8 years or so. So it's fair to say that this middle point of the channel is quite significant as well. However, I would still say we can see a higher lows as well as these higher highs over here. So I wouldn't say it's going entirely sideways just yet, it just slowed down quite significantly. And I would say that there is now this support over here forming, which along with this upper resistance could serve as a kind of a megaphone pattern over here, but this would be only the case if we break this support line over here and make actually a lower low in the future after this low in the end of April. So until then I wouldn't make any ordeals about Bitcoin. However, what is maybe more interesting in these days is the ETH, because ETH is continuing doing new all-time highs. And now it's sitting around 3,300 level. So this looks much more like a parabolic bull run than in the Bitcoin's case. And also in this parabolic move, we can see that we broke this upper resistance over here, which if we zoom out again, we can see that this is a upper resistance of this quite a long price channel as well. It goes all the way back to the end of 2018 and beginning of 2019, in which the price of ETH stayed pretty much the whole time except this very sharp drop in the March of 2020 because of the health crisis. But if the price of ETH will stay above this price channel, that could mean a lot of upside for ETH, because the next main resistance point is the upper side of this price channel, which is actually a price channel going all the way back to the 2017, so even way older price channel than this one before. And the top of this price channel is around 6,000 to 7,000 US dollars for one ETH. That would mean pretty much a double from these prices of today. So let's say the ETH looks pretty good. However, there is a catch. As always, there is a catch, because if we look at the Ethereum to Bitcoin ratio, which I found quite important as well, because since the last video, which I think we actually made around those places where I told you that the price of ETH is very low in comparison to Bitcoin and it should rise up much more rapidly than Bitcoin, and in fact it was the case. However, now we have the exact opposite problem, because we've broke out on the top of this resistance and got out of the price channel. So that could mean that there will be a sharp return back to this channel, or we maybe do a backtest and stay above this channel, which would be in fact quite historic because we've pretty much stayed inside this channel since the 2019. However, there is the possibility that there will be another channel formed like we've had previously from 2019 all the way back to 2018, so that's a possibility as well. However, it's also important to note that this ratio doesn't mean that necessarily one goes up and the other goes down. It can also mean that both of these assets, so ETH and Bitcoin, go both up, but one just goes up more than the other, which now was the case with Ethereum, which went up much quicker than Bitcoin, which was pretty much going sideways. However, if this ratio would to drop down here again, that could just mean that the Bitcoin will start to run up way more than Ethereum, and Ethereum will go up just by a little bit or go sideways. So I'm not saying that Ethereum will be dropping down anytime soon necessarily, but also there is the third case, which is that they will both go down, and if they both go down the same amount, this ratio will stay the same, or this ratio will drop if Ethereum will go down more than Bitcoin. So you just have to keep in mind all those possibilities, and then you are not surprised about what's happening in the market and can be prepared for any possible outcome. And just before we jump out of the price charts, I want to mention Dogecoin because I think it's one of just a few coins which is going up today and quite massively, whereas the rest of the crypto market is pretty much falling down. So this is quite interesting, and Dogecoin is making new all-time highs, but again it's getting closer to this resistance, so it may not be going to $1 just yet. But back to Bitcoin, we are here now in the look into bitcoin.com, where is the famous stock to flow model, which is used to predict the price of the Bitcoin based off of the halving, which we've had last year in April or March, so about a year ago, and also the 4 years before that, and the 4 years before that. And actually the predicted price is this brownish line over here, and we can see that now the price is pretty much sticking to this line, so we could say the price has a fair valuation. However, we can see that in the 2013 run we had a crossover this line and had a huge spike until coming back down again, and in quite a contrary in 2017 bull run we've had the price of Bitcoin stayed pretty much the whole way below this line and crossed it just before the last final peak in the December phase. But for now I don't see any strange behavior of Bitcoin. And also from some news we have MicroStrategy buying again more Bitcoin, so as per usual Michael Saylor is loading up the boat no matter the price. He's very confident even with the price around 60,000 US dollars per coin, so he's definitely not selling just yet. Also, we've had the Square's CFO saying there is absolutely a case for all balance sheets to have Bitcoin on them, which I mean, to be honest, is not surprising because Square itself does own a Bitcoin, so why would they say the opposite? However, I think that because they are a fintech company and should be focusing on crypto a lot, should be adding new features to their apps, etc., it could mean that they are still very bullish on Bitcoin and want to expand on their Bitcoin reserve maybe in the future. And also Square is using some funds for a Bitcoin blockchain explorer, so that's quite cool. So we may be able to find some reliable Bitcoin fees for transactions, etc. And also we have China considering Bitcoin as alternative investment. So I don't know exactly what is going on at the moment with the digital yuan, but for example Russia is planning a prototype for its digital ruble in December, so they are trying to move quite fast, in my opinion, faster than other countries into this digital space. However, it's interesting that China is also considering Bitcoin apart from their main currency in the country. But there is also a bit of a controversy about China, because China is the largest Bitcoin miner in the world, so it would be natural for them to accumulate more Bitcoin, and it should be quite easy for them because they are the largest producer, or let's say miner, of Bitcoin in the world, so this shouldn't be a surprise. And finally we have some leaks from Revolut banking app that is gearing for a massive crypto upgrade to stay ahead of PayPal and Robinhood and Square's Venmo, for example, I would imagine. And this new upgrade should include a feature to withdraw your cryptocurrencies and send them to an external wallet. So this would be actually quite interesting, because usually these financial apps, or however you want to call them, Robinhood, etc., they are usually just lending you the crypto or stocks. However, you don't own them actually, you own them only in the moment when you have the private keys, which at the moment I don't think you have with either PayPal or Robinhood or Revolut or Venmo. So this could be quite cool, because you can send and share your crypto with this very convenient app, but then if you want to store them safely, you can do so and send them to your external wallet of choice, preferably a hardware wallet, because they are the most secure ones. However, it is still better to have them on a software wallet on your PC or phone if it gives you access to your private keys, and definitely also better than leaving them on a central exchange like Coinbase, Binance, etc. So this would be definitely a welcomed addition. And I think this is it for today's video, so I hope you enjoyed this one. If so, please smash the like button to help me with the YouTube algorithm. It really helps the channel out, so thank you for doing so. And also you can subscribe for more crypto content in the future. I thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers!